Now, on the last episode, we were able to showcase the wonderful event with WCC, that is Women Challenged to Challenge. And we were able to also have a very wonderful conversation with the director. And now it's time to talk to the coordinator and also mobilizer of WCC, Women Challenged to Challenge. Karibu sana. How are you doing?
Fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
You're much welcome.
Thank
so
you.
please do tell us, as the coordinator and also mobilizer, okay, first please do tell us your name.
I'm Lois Warenga from Gatundu North Sub-County, a woman with disability, a condition known as spinal bifida.
Yeah. Now, diving deep into WCC, Women Challenged to Challenge, your role as the coordinator and also mobilizer. So what does your job entail?
My job entails from first looking for venue which is accessible for all persons with disability, and I also ensure if we are having an activity, it's inclusive, whereby I'm able to invite all persons with disability, that include deaf, blind, and also with physical disability. Physical have other underlying issue, and also I should also invite the community leaders and also the caregivers, because we are not able to advocate for ourselves. So we do both, 50-50. Yeah.
And I do understand like the work of mobilizing people can really be difficult. So how are you able to reach them?
We have groups in sub-county level, like contact person in Kiambu County, but in each sub-county we have CBOs for persons with disability, so I contact the readers so that I can be able to get the person I want, because at times it depends with event we are having, because we have several events. Yeah.
And for how long have you been working with WCC as the coordinator and also mobilizer?
I think 3 years now.
Oh, 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the challenges maybe you faced from when you began to right now? Has the situation gotten better? Has it been easier, getting access to these people?
First, the confidence, my confidence. When I started with them, I had very low self-esteem. I was not able to go to hotels. Maybe, at times when you enter even into those hotels, there is that issue like, what are you coming to do? They don't trust you. But now I have confidence. I'm able to go and source the facilities. Also the issue of, you see, at times you mobilize and people come more than you had mobilized. That is the worst challenge that I have ever faced. But currently I'm able to innovate and get ways to minimize those issues.
And it's like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Then you want people, but now when there are a lot, it gets difficult. But I do understand, and I think you're doing a great job. I mean, from the event that we saw.
Thank you.
And since you've mentioned that, one of the challenges you face maybe with getting into hotels and stuff like that, do you think that the society right now has gotten to the point whereby we are all inclusive of people with disabilities?
Inclusivity, we have tried, but we are not yet there, because accessibility at times is very difficult. Even like sourcing for this hall, this round we were not going to a hotel. We were looking for a hall where we can be able to access, but it was not easy. You go, you think, oh, this place is nice. You go to toilet, they cannot access. Okay, you think the toilet is okay. You find the compound, you cannot access. It's not easy, but I think we are trying. We are somewhere.
And that is why we need to create even more awareness as time goes by, and maybe looking at now on the side of it as a whole. So what are some of the projects or activities or team building activities that you carry out with WCC and also with people living with disabilities in general?
What they do, like recently we had a training for last coordinated mobilizers to build our capacities. During the political period, they were also able to capacity build women who are vying for various seats, and we are glad some made it. And also after that, they were able to call them back, even those who failed, so that they can be able to continue. That journey is not easy. We also create awareness with them. We did a training for all facilitators and community leaders. We are able to create awareness on issue of to do with disability, and also educate parents the caregivers, those who have children with severe disability. At times it's difficult for them because you cannot promise those children they will be able to work or do something. We can only support the parents so that they can be able to move on and be able to support the kid. Yeah.
And how many people are, included in the whole WCC organization?
The membership in Kiambu?
In Kiambu specifically.
I think we are able to reach more than 300 persons with disability, and maybe the community leaders, maybe 300 or less a bit. Yeah.
And are you able to keep tabs with most of them, all through?
Yes. Even today there is a guy who was able to communicate during the event. I was so happy because he lost his hearing and he was very lost. I have called, this is the third meeting, and now he have confidence, he can be able to express himself.
Yeah.
So at least I know a few that WCC have changed their life. Yeah,
and I was able to see that as well.
Yes.
I mean, seeing a young man gaining his confidence all over again, being able to pursue his dreams is definitely something huge. So what are some of the other impacts that you felt that WCC has done, especially to mothers, with kids and stuff like that?
What they do, basically they are able to also advocate for accessibility of therapy. Therapy is very expensive. So we are able to train the facilitators, the hospital personnel, so that they can be able to lower the charges. We are trying to lobby to ensure that it's easily accessible, because mostly maybe in towns we have all those facilities everywhere, but in grassroots it's very difficult. Yeah.
Okay, so where do we see it now headed to? Being that you've been able to capture a whole lot of people, and people are, coming towards WCC to ensure that, they remember that they may be challenged, but at the same time, they can also challenge the world. So what should we expect?
Soon, I think everyone, I cannot promise 100%, but we are moving. Because if I'm motivated, I'm able to motivate another woman with disability. Once they go there, they motivate others. So soon we'll have an inclusive, and let me say community. Whereby if you come here in this church, you can find a woman as a preacher. If you go somewhere, you can find maybe a woman with disability as an assistant chief or you see, we are hoping we'll have an inclusive world where everyone will be able to be in the
to come together.
Yes.
All right. And I think one main challenge that we have right now is that, forget about even people living with disabilities being able to attend this event. We got from this event alone that I think we would need to find more people who are not living with disability coming to such events, because I feel like the information that we were able to gain from it is how are you supposed to treat them. You're not supposed to just look at them and say, oh, sorry, you should be able to tell them that, congratulations to what you've done. So what would you say the event has, impacted, especially those not living with disabilities?
I'm very sure they will be able to advocate for us. We had various representatives from different facility providers, probably even in hospitals. That have been a very great challenge for us, issue to do with maternal health. You find I'm pregnant, I go to our facilities, they are not even aware of how to handle me. They are wondering, a person with disability and you are pregnant, like how? You see, or probably they think you should not attend to that facility. You should go to a higher facility whereby you are not able to access. But I'm very sure with this education, because we had various people from different organizations, I'm sure we are heading somewhere. Yeah.
So we'll be taking a very short commercial break, but we will be back, so please do not go far. Remember, we are talking about Women Challenge to Challenge.
You are watching TV 47, the home of untold stories. You've got your troubles. Well, haven't we? well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates. Baraza la siasa.
Hiyo kitu azungumzie, angalie hali ya maisha ya watu.
Informative health discussions. Business, farming. Tasty Wednesday, Fitness Thursday, and Feel Good Friday with amazing DJs, celebs,
waimbaji, kuna comedians, alafu kuna wajinga,
and music bands every Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. How well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates. Baraza la siasa.
Hiyo kitu azungumzie, angalie hali ya maisha ya watu.
Informative health discussions. Business, farming. Tasty Wednesday, Fitness Thursday, and Feel Good Friday with amazing DJs, celebs,
waimbaji, kuna comedians, alafu kuna wajinga,
and music bands every Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. How well do you know what's happening around you? Morning Cafe with heated political debates. Baraza la siasa.
Hiyo kitu azungumzie, angalie hali ya maisha ya watu.
Informative health discussions. Business, farming. Tasty Wednesday, Fitness Thursday, and Feel Good Friday with amazing DJs, celebs,
waimbaji, kuna comedians, alafu kuna wajinga,
and music bands every Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Welcome back to BTL, and of course I'm joined by the wonderful Lois, who is the coordinator and also mobilizer of WCC, that is Women Challenge to Challenge. So what I would really love to understand, so you're a person living with disability, so how is it working, you know, as a coordinator, mobilizer for WCC in also your condition as well?
For me, now it's easy. I don't have any challenges in terms of my disability.
Yeah.
I'm able to manage, I'm empowered, I know what to do at what time, and I know what I cannot do. So where I need assistance, I usually request. So I would say it's a smooth job for me. Yeah.
And how do people get to be part of it? What's the criteria for joining WCC?
One, you have to be at least empowered. You can be able to understand the policies, you can be able to be professional a bit, because it also requires meeting the service providers, and you also have to represent the image of WCC. So you ought to be a good person also in the community, and also you have to be a woman with disability for you to be mobilizer, and also you have to be in a group where you are able to manage in your county. Yes.
Now you've mentioned that you have to be a woman to join WCC.
Yes.
And since we also have men living with disability, so why is it specifically on women?
When WCC was formed, there was issue of men with disability overpowering a girl with disability or women with disability, because also even in our normal culture, a woman is usually disadvantaged a bit, but now when you have disability, it's like you have multiple disadvantage. So it was not easy for women to advocate their issues.
Yeah.
They were also given the backthroat. You would never be a chairman or a treasurer or those high positions.
Yeah.
They were not for women with disability. That's why they formed the organization for Women Challenge to Challenge.
Right.
And as we are also part of it, because at times we face more challenges than men.
Yeah, very true. And do we have men, probably even if it's in the sponsorship side of it or just inclusivity and them, you know, supporting what you guys are doing? Do you also have men in participation as well?
Yes, some. We also include them in our programs, but they cannot be in the lead. They have to be at the back front. We invite them to be, even in our meetings, all the activities that we do, we include them. But they can't be there in the front.
It's specifically for women, girl power all the way through. Yeah, and I think most of the time we usually find that when one decides to be part of an organization like, say, WCC, it's because maybe of their conditions. So was the same story for you as well?
Yes, because as a woman personally, I have spinal bifida. I had a lot of challenges, even understanding who you are, it's an issue. You don't have a free space where you can be able to air your issues without maybe discrimination, maybe people wondering, maybe people feeling, oh yeah. But when I joined WCC, I met women who are empowered. So I was able to share my issues, and also I gained my confidence, because you will share your issue without anyone discriminating, understand, and give you the way forward, what you're supposed to do. Yes.
Very true. And would you say that since you joined WCC, how has your life transformed?
One, I'm able to advocate for myself. I also know the GBV is very high for women with disability. So at least now I know the right channels. And if justice is not prevailed, I know where I can knock the door and the door can open for myself and even for the girls with disability. Yes, I can also support caregivers of women with disability, because at times they shy off to air their issues. But when we support them, they're able to open up and share their issues. Yes.
Yeah, very true. And I think now from, let's say, an event like this, we had people sharing whatever, they've faced as challenges according to them, living with disability and everything that they've been able maybe to condone and to tolerate from other people. So with an event like this, what message do you try to pass to people?
To the community, we are trying to educate them to understand that disability is not a curse. Anyone can have disability in any age or anywhere. But once we are given the right opportunity, even if at times we agree with what they do to us, it's not the right way to do it. It's only that we are empowered, we are motivated, we know our rights. So it's only that we just smile and go, but at times it's hard. So we want community to be able to learn disability etiquette. They can be able to know what to ask and not what to ask. And maybe if you want information, we are also free to share information. At times people will think, I don't know, we have that bad character, we are harsh. We are not harsh. It's only that the society makes us at times, but we are good people. Once we are given opportunity, we can be able to air our issues and we can be able to live together with others.
Yeah, very true. So I got to see the play, and I must say that you guys did a commendable job. And I just couldn't stop asking myself, how did you hack it as part of the actors as well? And just the whole skit by itself, how was it properly done and in a way that you guys delivered so well?
One, we understand each other, so we are able to know the strength of each one of us, and also we know the way to support them. Like you noted, we had a visually impaired woman who was able to portray her role very well. Very few noted that she was not able to see, but we know how to guide her so that she can be able to bring out her character very well. It's coordination, understanding each other, and also be able to support one another.
Yeah. Because I think most people didn't even realize it until way after is when and just a silly question, since now, being visually impaired, we understand that the whole acting thing, it involves scripts and stuff like that. How are you able to make sure that even people who cannot be able maybe to read the words or even see them can still internalize and deliver them in such a great way?
Our director tried to record them so that she can share with them as a voice. Yes. So that they can be able to practice.
So it's all about repeating and listening.
Yes. And also understanding the environment, because for them, if they are not very familiar with the environment, there will be challenges. And then once you set it will be this way. You can't change a bit, because for her it will be a total confusion.
Yeah, very true.
Yes.
One has to be careful on that as well. And maybe with your interaction with people living with disability, have you encountered people who are actually passionate about stuff like acting?
Yes, they are there, and there are many, but they are not able to come out very well. But currently we are seeing them, because you see, in media, a person with disability is not attractive per se, but we are trying to come out step by step. Yes.
And for them to understand that, you know, they can pursue anything else that other people are also doing at the same time.
Yes.
I think it's important. And maybe as we finalize, according to you and how you've seen the event today, being the second event that you guys have done, how was it as compared to the last time's event?
It was better. As a mobilizer and coordinator, we are improving. And also in terms of society, I really believe we are somewhere, because I even noted the health facility personnel was able to share some issues that she was not able to highlight the other time. So I noted they are also able to try and identify issues affecting women with disability in maternal health.
So does WCC maybe major and basically just go on the side of making sure that they train people on how to live with people living with disabilities, and what has been the impact so far?
Yeah, they do create awareness. They do create through media. We also call meetings for awareness, even in the grassroots level. We just mobilize the community, even the readers, so that they can be able to understand. They engage everyone to ensure they understand, because you know, we cannot keep on advocating for ourselves, as in we come as women with disability, we talk about the issues, we need the community to understand. So they ensure they go to places, we create awareness. They can also maybe probably, if they know there is an event, I'm sent to go there and do a representation, so everyone can be able to understand.
And I think it's important, because I think most people are just ignorant. They're not aware of how should you address one with a certain, living with a certain disability. So I think it's important when we have this kind of training. And I think even on the event, we also had a bit of that as well. So thank you so much for sharing your take on WCC. I think what you guys are doing is just amazing and phenomenal. And I can be sure and I can see that there's a time, you know, a day will come when we'll have that kind of inclusivity, in a way that even when one is born with a disability, can understand that moving forward you can pursue anything that you want as long as you don't give up. So thank you very much, Lois, coordinator, mobilizer, WCC. Ubarikiwe sana.
Thank you so much. Okay.
So now we've been able to have such an amazing conversation with Lois, who is the coordinator and also mobilizer of WCC, that stands for Women Challenge.